I just have to not be worried about injury and put my hand in harm's way. All right, here we go. The idea was for Jeromy Green to do a backflip in the skater cross while I transfer the camera to him. But what you're seeing here is attempt number 25 that has already included a few drop cameras and one lens cover replacement.
Seems okay.
And to show you how we got here, let's go back a bit. I met Jeromy by chance at the skate park, and I asked this nice and extremely talented skater if he'd try a run while holding my GoPro Hero 5, and this was the first of 4 years shooting together. I was inspired by what I saw from this clip, and so I started bringing every piece of gear I had to the skate park, and we tried them all. Some of the mounts included the Karma drone and grip, adhesive mounts, helmet mounts, bike mount, El Grande, third person view, 360 swivel helmet mount, max grip, 270 Pro backpack, gaffer's tape, you name it, we tried it. So in 2019, we decided to make a run for the GoPro Million Dollar Challenge together. This was the year that included both the GoPro Hero 8 as well as the GoPro Max as eligible cameras. The time we had put in over the previous couple years had built up the understanding that things just don't always go according to plan.
No, I wasn't filming!
Out of all things to fall on.
But this time and effort did help us come up with techniques I thought represented Jeromy skating well while using these cameras and mounts. The following is the approach I use. No matter what I'm shooting, my philosophy on GoPro video content is to either put the camera in a place that isn't expected or to move the camera in a way that surprises the audience. Every video edit uses some form of dynamics to elicit an emotional response. Tight to wide shots, loud to quiet, calm to intense. So then, what about dynamics within our individual clips? I love thinking about dynamics and putting them into play on every shoot. So I'll start with our awarded clip from the 2019 GoPro Million Dollar Challenge. Here, Jeromy approaches at a high rate of speed. Rather than stay stationary, I put the camera out in harm's way, right in Jeremy's line, and put it on a collision course directly at him, staying low to let the surface of the ramp enhance the movement of the camera. At this point, I do a sharp pivot, dramatically reversing the movement from the camera and run with Jeromy to keep him largely in the frame. Had I let him go over and I stayed in place here, the rest of the trick would be far from the camera and the power of the sequence would be lost. Here's a few clips that illustrate these dynamics. So this all brings us back to the final day to submit for the GoPro Million Dollar Challenge in 2020. Taking a stationary camera and having it change hands to a swiftly moving subject results in one of the greatest examples of camera movement dynamics. Attempting to hand the camera off while the subject is also upside down gives the viewer that surprise I mentioned before. And when Jeromy brought up attempting this handoff, somehow I thought it was going to be easier than this, especially since I had seen him do this backflip so many times through the years. But what I didn't account for was the speed at which he flies by, and since he's concentrating on his trick and also upside down, grabbing a camera from me requires me also focusing in and doing my best to kind of place the camera in his hand.
Oh my gosh. Oh, now I just gotta land it. Oh, the disappointment that I have in myself right now. I think it's okay.
Alright.
Tyler, I'm feeling this next one.
Okay, me too.
Dude, I'm feeling it.
Me too. All right, here we go. Woo! That right there is our awarded clip from the 2020 GoPro Million Dollar Challenge. And now that you've seen how Jeromy and I use dynamics in individual clips, let's take a look at how these clips can be used in a longer, energetic edit.
Yeah! Let's go!
Right here, dude.